So hello everyone and welcome back to some more of the Disco Elysium, here with our cops, trying to solve things, slowly but surely, one a day at least. I wonder, should I really try to get through the padlock door? I'm kinda too interested to be honest, so maybe I should try it at least, see if that would be okay. I do need then at least this, right? Chain cutters, yes. I do have chain cutters. So 42% A. Did I have anything else that was a minus for my savoir-faire? I think, or interfacing, one or the other. I don't see. Yeah, nothing that this would be taken on to minus anymore. Is there anything that could give me more bonuses to that? Don't think so, but just making sure quickly. If there is anything, that's just a minus indeed. And minuses. Minuses from always, almost everything. Always. Alright, let's give it a shot. Use the chain cutters to cut through the padlock. Nope. What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters and it's really not working. I believe it is the shackle you mean to cut, detective. The lieutenant points to the corroded loop with a gloved finger. He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax. These chain cutters are broken, Kim. Rather, I'd say, Kim, I'm broken. I'm broken. Perhaps you should give it another go. I can't right now. Kim pointed out the shackle. Can I really? Okay, maybe I can. Alright, let's try again. Maybe I can succeed this time around. Still failure. What a failure I am. What are you doing? Okay, now at least I can't anymore. I would love to, Kim. I would love to give it another go, but I really have to improve our skill in that if I want to. Let's at least use one to heal one of my morale, because I'm really getting lowish on that. So I think that would be a benefit in this moment and time being. At least, overall, today has been a relatively okay day for us. We've gotten a lot more done, as in explored a lot, got the body into the freezer, which is also an important freaking thing that we got that done. But could do with so much more experience. There's so much that we would need to be able to somehow do. So that's kind of the bad thing. So much more we would need to try to do somehow. And this place slowly loads. Let's get back here then, and I think I should be going and asking some questions. Of course, I should at some point look into all these goddamn books too. Is this person I could try to talk to as well, I guess. Yeah, those are just those. Maybe I should check these books quickly. I haven't done that at all. You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books. A good one. Point at the book.
Yes, hello?
Yes, hello? She nods, her attention fully focused on reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She looks up briefly. She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's a working class woman, why isn't she working? I don't want to ask that. What are you doing?
Looking for something to read.
She reverts her attention to a worn-out paperback. Good note.
It is.
Yes, I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Uh-huh. Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
She tries hard to focus on the book stand. This citizen thinks she can do without your assistance. Don't buy it. They all need help. Watch her browse books. Her hands move over the book covers, the tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. Maybe your husband is missing? My husband? No, he's not. So where could he be? I don't know. At home now, out drinking with his friends, working. Where is this going, officer? So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is. Yes, but... She looks around and takes a deep breath, a little annoyed. I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time. Wouldn't you like to? No. She looks you straight into the eye. Her right foot is tapping nervously. I don't care if your husband is missing. I can totally help you find your missing husband. Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband. She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay. It's okay. What? It's alright to not know where your husband is. Nothing shameful in that, okay? Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me. She puts her foot down. My husband is not missing. But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then. Maybe your children are missing? No, absolutely not. Her words come out quick as gunshot. Okay, so where are they? Are you a policeman or a nanny? She's definitely disturbed by now. Police, whatever I want. Where are they? They are not missing, sir. You know where they are. They are at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance. What if something horrible has happened? What if they're dead? That's a bad vibe you got before. What if something awful has happened? What if they're in the sewers? What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. She's getting upset. Her voice has risen as she tries to convince herself that her daughters are safe. Oh no. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age that need me protecting them from everything now. Oh god, I kind of just want to go future with this, even though I know I shouldn't, basically, but I'm afraid the danger is now greater than ever. Tell me, how old are they? My youngest girl, Jolly, is just shy of 16. Jenny is turning 18 next month, but we shouldn't even be talking about them. And can you describe me their appearance? Any features that stand out? Something to make identifying a little easier? Breakthrough, yay. Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they are not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party? Did someone say, party? You could use a party. Hunt it down. Alright, fine, let's end this. You are right, let's not talk about your daughters. I don't know what got into me. She gives you a short note and shifts her attention back to books. Well, maybe your cockatoo is missing. I don't mean to distract, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here. Cockatoo. Well, what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point. What do you mean I'm being a cockatoo? Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great pack in the bookstores. There's a great book in the bookstore. Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain or your heraldic bird? Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thanks for the tip. Wonderful. The store is open. That's all for the moment. I'll let you read. The woman before you nods and returns to her reading. Oh my, but the thought finished. The freaking fight morning thought complete. And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in the shop on the corner, and finally in the matchbox house, sitting by the window, white flowers on the window still. You can smell them from up here. It's awful. A white morning, a modern death, divorce or something similar. All you can do is put more distance between you and him. Make him smaller. Make him less you. Ah, plus 20% to zoom out distance. All motorics learning gaps raised by 1. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Nonetheless, all of those being better is okay. And then zoom distance, I guess that's alright. I guess that's alright. Then at least I can learn this at least slightly, a little bit forward. That's a zoom. This is a book about Pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about Bourdieu culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about future. The government reach your mind using radio technology. Of course. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. The book is titled Man from Cheltenham and the Wildfire. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. They don't know me, no one knows me, hick. I wonder who that is. The book appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. That kind of sounds weird. I'm gonna check also who that guy was actually that was talking over there, but we gotta check a little later then. No need to do that immediately. I can check inside the bookstore first. At least the clock is still reasonable time, so I think I have enough time to check this stuff first and then go elsewhere. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere. Look through the display of books. Rows and rows of Hjelmnerian and Plurio Vision. You make out some titles, Man from Hjelmdal and Mammoth Riders, Man from Hjelmdal, Return to Hjelmdal and the Solipsticks, Man from Hjelmdal and the Hjelmdal Man. Good God, how many are there? Maybe 100. That's a lot of books about Hjelmdal men. Man from Hjelmdal and the Sages at the End of the World, Man from Hjelmdal and the War's God, Man from Hjelmdal and the Scorched Earth, Man from Hjelmdal and the Hjelmdal Colonies, Man from Hjelmdal and the Swamp Beast, Man from Hjelmdal and the Snow Crabs. Is that all? Not even close. Man from Hjelmdal in Hell, Man from Hjelmdal and the Forest of Slaves, Man from Hjelmdal Under the Lake, Man from Hjelmdal, Hjelmdal Burning. There's even a Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Hjelmdal, and so much more. Do any of these books call out to me? Sure. No, nothing of interest, only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation. Storekeep, tell me about the Muscle Man books. Maybe I should have asked that first. Oh, Man from Hjelmdal, a very popular series of adventure novels. She looks at the book with some disdain. They are awfully immoral and violent books. Why are they so popular? Blood and violence, scantily clad woman, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They pound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do. Okay, that doesn't sound like something I'd be interested in. At least not as I am right now. At last someone sensible. She fiddles with her pendant. However, I still urge you to buy one. Can't judge a book by the cover, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdal, the Man from Hjelmdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series. No thank you. Not right now at least. Maybe someday if I have even more cash, but I don't yet. So, no thank you, not yet. Old sports magazines tucked away in the dark corner. What about these? The book collects the national recipes of art. They are all about lake trouts or something. mountain of board games, a small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games of all ages. A lot of shelf space seemed to be taken by the viral-related merchandise. Storekeep, what board games do you have here? A wonderful board game, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulintia, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Raupritter is a fun game for iconic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children. Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family? Not really. Do I have friends? Look at the lieutenant. Are you actually friends or just colleagues thrown together by circumstances? Look at me, who'd want to have children with me? Don't be so hard on yourself, sir. You just need to clean up a bit, and technically friends are a bit like family, she fiddles her pendant. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilization. It'll cost 12 real. Interesting. I could actually buy a board game. So what about all these viral thingies? Lousy auras there, she shudders. No role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kinds of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard that they turn people into occultist entities. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. It's not really true though, but yeah, I know that there's at least that one. Was it like a comic book and later on a movie that was made about the full fact of role-play gamers, role-players getting to real role-playing and all that sort of stuff. Summoning demons and stuff, whatever it was exactly. I don't remember the name of it. You can still buy them though. She looks at the table crossing her arms. Let's look through them. An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Velkin Compendium 2nd edition. We saw a painting of that Velkin in the, inside here, the drawing, before too, with them planning the game based on it. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katuak, Boreal Creatures Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Viral Cavern of Velkrak. Books in a board game section. Who wants to read books? Anything that really catches my eye? There's a box that says Viral 3rd edition Mecha Settling Supplements module, the side panel notes. A fantastic adventure board game. New maps and miniatures. Sticker on it display 25 real. That's expensive. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mecha Settling Supplements, so it makes sense. That's just... It feels like that would be such a bad way for me to use my monies. Even though I have some money, but... like, really bad way. Shelf of crime novels. These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. Yeah, it's the guy that the little girl was talking about. That he's more of a cop than we are. Look through the display of books. Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes and the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up the leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like the list of books found on the shelf? Sure thing. You see, Dick Mullen on the top. Get me Mullen. The stalwart adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the murder in the orchard. And the sordid affairs of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Doug Mullen in the murder house. The final case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Tauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. The murder of Dick Mullen. Dick Mullen dies? Oh no, turns out he faked it out to solve a case. Are there any more? Yes, there's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death, and of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. Of course. Come on, this is not the way real police solve crimes. The real police are some 20 kilometers away, sitting in an armored motor carriage. A bald man turns towards a lean man and pats him on the back. Come on, Chester, tell the story again, MacTorson. Yeah, just seeing them there. Again, man, I tell that one at least once a month. It's not that interesting, Chester replies. The fuck it is, the bald man replies. And these guys haven't heard it. He motions to a civilian sitting in the back seat. You see, Chester here. He pokes his finger at the lean man. Chester faked his own death once. Gosh, why? One civilian looks on, amazed. The bald man pillows a reply. Very fucking dangerous game, ain't it right, Chester? They almost got you that time. Yeah, sure came close. Chester mutters in return, then turns to the rapt listener. Alright, so I was tailing this guy called Francis the Shoe. The inside of the motor carries a stick with cigarette smoke outside. It starts to rain. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen? That's so not successful. Storkeep, what's all this crime fiction? Oh, crime, robberies, murderers. Murders? She lowers her voice. Even sexual crimes. We are fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You are a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective. Yeah, maybe not, but sure, a reaction speed. Not gonna succeed. Your attempts to grasp the answer fails. It seemed very close by, pulsating just out of reach, and will probably forevermore. Just not good with that stuff. It's a tome of fascist magic, rather candid, weird. A quaint book poacher, very colorful. Shelf of biographies. The Blake of the shelf reads biographies of famous people. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. Storekeep, anything of note in this shelf? I would say, the woman hums to herself, the greatest innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power. Who or what is an innocence? A very influential historical figure, but surely I don't have to tell you that. She waves her hand as if casting aside the thought. You are a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the third order of things. So you recommend it? Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos with being otherwise. You feel like you should get this one. Definitely, it's important somehow. There is something personal inside. Fine, I'll get this one if you want Inland Empire. I'm interested in that Greatest Innocence book. A true cultural touchstone, she nods. Enjoy the read. Look the display, otherwise true. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Deleras by one Cecily Averbrook. What's it about? High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver Jacob Erb. His blonde mane crosses the cover. Next to Earth's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Antistar. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other. Next to that, Revangelion radio personality Kulium Bevy stands in front of the rundown truck den. He's a permanent fixture of Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days. I really must insist you buy one of the books. You are interrupted by the shopkeeper. Reading them is not for free. Do still prose though, but not too long. She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead, take your time. Time is commerce. Leave. Okay, then the next one. Map wall. Several maps have been attached to the bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulindia, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. I think I'll come back looking for the maps later. I came here specifically for one task, finding a book. So, another boring book just discarded here. What about this then? The last one. Shelf of paranormal books. This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, or biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Storekeep, what books are these? Sir, please no prosing in that shelf. She narrows her eyes. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up like opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no. Look through the shelf. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about fullness, unity, balance. The point of the book and many others in the shelf is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. How does that work? It serves platitudes while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything, though it is important to note. When it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind there that you're ill in the first place. Interesting. Various paranatural books still litter the shelf. Okay, I think that's enough for the moment of the books. I tried to look through. I don't really know the task. I didn't see anything that would be the task-related book, but that's alright. I wanna try to get more stuff done still today after all, so shouldn't be staying and hanging out here way too long. After all, the day/evening is going by. I can't stay here forever, so I would say so at the very least. Is there something good in the trash can for me? Bottles! There, working class trunk. You know what this means, right? Okay, solved. Who's Dick Mullen now? I am. Cracked it. All in a good day's work. Wait, what did I crack exactly, authority? What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that trunk is. It's the missing husband. It's her husband, the missing husband. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman, protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing though? But he is missing. You heard her, the worry in her voice. This doesn't add up. I'm only making a fool of myself. Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of the law. It's time to ace this case. and not brood over your reputation. We can deal with the perception management later. Alright, fine, give me champagne, I'm going in. There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found right now. Ah. Yes, sure. Of course, let's go. Protect and serve, madam. I found your husband. She crosses her arms. God damn it, I already told you my husband isn't missing. Dick Mullen. But you said you didn't know where he was. And I specifically added that I didn't need to know where he was. Well, I found him nevertheless. I am Dick Mullen. Very well then, where is he? She's getting impatient, her hands now picking on a random book cover. Right around the corner. He has pissed himself. Excuse me? She blinks. I don't follow. There's something else hiding in her voice though, a trace of worry. I want a working class trunk and I thought he might be yours. Right, cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. She glances you over your shoulders towards the trunk. You know what? Something bad, I guess. I'm sorry, I say stupid things sometimes. I didn't mean to annoy. You were right. I do not have an alcoholic husband. You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband, although not that one. But you told me your husband's alright. I didn't, he is. She takes a step back. He's also an alcoholic. So is he missing as well? No, he's not. Or maybe he is. I don't know. Oh god. Maybe her husband is after all missing. He's probably in the park or in a shamrock somewhere drinking with his friends. Friends even, she looks away. I haven't seen him for. Well, to hell with him. She has completely forgotten about her book, staring blank into the distance instead. There, she's worried now. God damn it, I just made her worried. Don't worry, I'm going to find him and bring him back home, promise. She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face. Alright, go ahead. Do you have any questions? What does your husband look like? She eyes you from head to toe. Honestly, not that different from you. Like a late-stage alcoholic then. That's one way to put it, yes. No offense, I'd also add that he's a little bit choppy. I see, what else? What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn, I made it myself. She sighs, her voice slightly quivering when she adds, It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it? She looks back at you, shaking her head. Well, if that jacket's really that cool, then I can totally understand, though. Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold. She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park or on the coast, and it's making her more and more worried. When did you last see him then? Yesterday morning. He went to the library. Her eyes become cold with recollection. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again, she scoffs. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. It just makes me feel weak. Gone for around 36 hours then. Dan, this is a missing persons case. Yeah, actually is. I'm very surprised. There actually is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover. I think I got it, thanks. So you are going to look for him. She genuinely wants you to now. Don't make her ask. Now say no. Yes, I will bring him back home to you. Thank you. You sense gratitude in her voice. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself, I'm still sure of that. I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let President 57 Kim Kitsuraki know? He gives her a slip of paper. The woman takes it. It's a phone number. I will, of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing. Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry. Now I made her so worried. I feel so guilty. But on the other hand, we got a new quest and a job to do, so I can't be completely unhappy about that, can I? I can't, can I? My god, I just cause worry to other people. But I think we'll end here for today then. And next time we start to be talking to all of these people here and see what they know, basically. So this will take 1 more hour and 27 minutes and almost 2 hours for this. So that's all good. So hey, I hope you enjoyed some more of the Disco Elysium and I'll see you for more next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. To be continued with Kira Rusha next time in Disco Elysium. See you all then.